Maurice, do you want to share about our little excursion that Gerald and them ditched us on?
Oh my goodness.
That is true. Everyone was invited, including the producer of this show, Rondell Westcott.
Wow.
I guess everyone else was booked and busy.
Everything today. So we name dropping and everything today, huh?
I don't know why everybody choosing violence tonight.
Today, right? Some kind of episode. We only 7 minutes in, and the people already shots are fired. Okay, but a couple of weeks ago we went to Wendy Williams' show, and it was, of course, without Wendy Williams because she's on hiatus. So, Renata, what did you think about it while we were there? Like, missing the main ingredient.
It's kind of interesting. I honestly have not really engaged the show on television, but was excited to go see Sherry because I think she's amazing. She's funny, and she definitely captivates the audience. But it was still kind of weird not to have Wendy there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted because I can hear Rondell on the phone. Rondell, we can hear you. We're live. We're doing the show down here. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, I'm sorry. What did you just say? I missed it.
Sherry is amazing.
Sherry
not to have Wendy there. But
yeah, Sherry is amazing. You're right about that. And
goodness.
what I was telling you guys earlier is what I love about going to talk shows. I've been to a few. Is just seeing how well it's ran. Like everybody knows what they're supposed to do. They're at the spot they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there, and it's just like a well-oiled ran machine. So that's just one of the things I just like about going into talk shows. And over the past couple of months, there's been tons of speculation about Wendy Williams' health. Dealing with early dementia, not being able to recognize people she know, not being able to hold conversations, being bound to the wheelchair, and also like Wells Fargo requesting a conservatorship because they say that Wendy is the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. So this past Thursday, Wendy Williams did actually an interview with TJ Holmes on Good Morning America, but it was a phone interview and not on camera, not even in person, not even on Zoom. So like, what are y'all thoughts about that? Like, why a talk show host wants to do an interview, but she doesn't want to go on camera? What are y'all first thoughts about that? Nimdia.
Well, I mean, if she is looking how she's feeling or how the world thinks she is, remember she's someone who really brought shame to a lot of people for falling apart in the public or being embarrassed by things that happened. So I would think naturally she is now looking in her own mirror of being in the spotlight, an unwanted spotlight, a black cloud, like, if you will. And I would not want to be on camera either. I doubt if she has a makeup team at this point, and I don't even know if that it would help. So yeah, I think her opting out was the right thing to do.
Oh, okay. Gerald,
I'm sorry, was that a read? I'm sorry.
No, that was a read. It was absolutely a read.
To me, it's all about the message. What is the hidden messages that you're sending when you choose to do things like that? Now, I can understand the reasoning behind it, but the first thing that you're going to think, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? What are you hiding from us? Right? Wendy Williams is a public figure. She has established and maintained her career by being in the spotlight always, right? By bringing people to the spotlight, but now you're hiding behind not showing the camera. You're hiding behind the veil. So now the question becomes, well, what don't you want us to see? And I think that creates more speculations, and you don't want speculations in the hearts of the people, right? Because all imagination can go as far as, you crazy and you actually did this video while you were sitting in the G building at Kings County. Like we can go far with it. So you want to show something. That's my take on it.
Right. And Renata, I'm gonna throw it to you, but I just want to say this first. So as I was watching the interview, TJ Holmes, one of the first questions he asked Wendy, he said, "Are you of a sound mind?" And she said, "Absolutely, I am. Are you?" And then he went on to ask, like, well, why would a bank want to basically restrict you from having access to your own money. And she kind of, actually another interesting thing, somebody, I guess an employee jumped in and kind of explained that Wendy's been wanting her son to become more active in her business and in the brand of Wendy Williams. And so she wanted her son to start attending meetings at Wells Fargo so he can learn about it and understand and know what's going on. But the person who handles Wendy's accounts at Wells Fargo's basically doesn't want that to happen because they'll lose access to our control over the accounts and also lose access to Wendy. So Renata, I'll throw this question to you because you're always about Black girl power. Do you think like someone is trying to create a narrative of Wendy Williams, a certain narrative of Wendy Williams in the media to, I don't know, like make her appear to be something that she possibly may not be?
That's an interesting question. Let me know if I start to Teddy Riley on y'all.
We will.
I know. I think that to Namdia's point, like if all of the speculation that has happened over the past few months and her ability to be glammed up would be necessary to finally appear on television, if that the stories of her not answering her producers and not being accessible is true, she likely didn't have the capacity to be well put together for television. Although I am still regaining my credibility after the whole Jason Lee and Queen Elizabeth thing.
I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed in you, Renata. I really was. Yeah. To our people, to our listeners, I was very disappointed.
She wanted to argue us down because Jason Lee was right.
Listen, I did not say that. I said that there is a great possibility that she could have passed from COVID at 90-something years old. Like, why is that ridiculous? But anyhow, yeah, so about Wendy, I think that they are definitely trying to create a new narrative than one that has happened before. And the thing that has now confirmed that for me is recently, I think it was either Friday show or Thursday show, Sherry mentioned like Wendy coming back. And it was like, well, how does that work? Because now Sherry has a show in the fall. So it's so weird, and I don't know what is happening, but I definitely believe that they are trying to create a new narrative around Wendy Williams and what is happening with her currently and what the plans are for the future and make her more credible again, I suppose. I don't know.